Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am super duper excited to set up my June bullet journal theme. I didn't have a May plan with me because I was really busy studying for APs, but I am all done with school. I just finished. Super excited. I can't believe it's already June though. That means I'm gonna be a senior, which is absolutely crazy because I was a sophomore when COVID started. But anyways, so I'm super duper excited to show you this theme because it might be one of my all-time favorites. So I don't really know how to describe it, but I've been seeing a lot of this like psychedelic art kind of stuff, and so I was kind of inspired by that. My inspiration, I will link my Pinterest board down below, but also if you like go on Pinterest and you type up psychedelic art, you'll see a bunch of stuff like this. So I kind of just drew a bunch of like different like doodles and crazy stuff. As you can see, I have like mushrooms. Mushrooms were a big motif throughout this. I've also got the flowers with the eyes, because psychedelic, I guess, kind of cool. And then like this drippy stuff at the top right, smiley faces, checkerboards, like squiggles, flowers. I kind of went crazy. So if you're creating it, kind of just do whatever you want. Like I had stars, planets. It's really random, but I had such a fun time doing it because I kind of just did whatever I wanted. And I also, for colors, I kind of didn't plan it out at all. I kind of just used whatever colors I wanted. So I am not going to be telling you guys the specific colors I used for everything because I used like so many different markers, but I will tell you I used the Tombow dual brush pens a lot. I also used a lot of my like Crayola, it's like the Crayola brush pens. I'm not exactly sure what they're called. They're not really very good brush pens, but they are good. They have a lot of colors in their dual tips, so I use those a lot as well. And I also use some other random markers that I have around and Crayola super tips. So I kind of just went with bright colors, didn't have a specific like few colors that I used throughout. And yeah, I kind of just went with the flow, and I really like how it turned out. This might be one of my favorite themes I've ever done. And then for this quote, it is, I don't know, if you're not listening to Olivia Rodrigo, what are you doing? But it's a quote from Good For You, which is, it's like my favorite line. Just like the way she says it is so amazing. So yeah, here is my June scene. Oh, also, I was too lazy to write a script for this planner thing. So if this is a really bad voiceover, I sincerely apologize. And now I'm working on my calendar. Also, this font I did is kind of like bubbly font. I don't know. I can also link the font like page I used as inspiration. It's kind of like it also kind of gives me 70s vibes, like with the font and the like the color waves and sometimes the flowers. But then I mix it with other stuff that definitely does not give 70s vibe. And I also drew butterflies. Also, I know I mentioned Olivia Rodrigo, and this kind of does give like sour vibes, especially the way I took the pictures if you want to look at my Instagram. But I actually thought about this. I came up with this theme like separate from sour, even though I do adore sour. However, that would be a really good theme, and also, but they do kind of match each other. I don't know, bright, funky, I don't know. But speaking of sour, I am in love with that album. I listened to it like all the way through, maybe at least like 10 times. It's so good. My favorites are definitely Trader and Happier, but honestly, the more I listen to all of them, the more I love them. Like, I didn't love Favorite Crime at first, but now it's one of my favorites, especially like the ending, and same with Hope You're Okay. It wasn't my favorite at first, but now I really love it and like love the bridge. And I honestly think that Driver's License might be the best song on the album, but no one really says it's their favorite because it's been so overplayed. So yeah, there was my Olivia Rodrigo rant, and now I'm making my highlight spread. For this font I did more of like a block letter, but I rounded out the edges, and then I did like a drop shadow behind it. Also, I should warn you guys, this setup took a very, very long time. I had to do it in 2 separate days. Probably took at least 4 hours. Although I did do more spreads in this setup than I usually do, so I will give it that. But it did take a lot of time because I wanted to be very precise in my coloring. So and there's like a lot of different things to color and a lot of doodles and stuff. So I like use like the thin fine point on my brush pens rather than the brush pen. So it took a while to color, but also like to trace everything. So I will warn you, but you can also totally simplify this a ton. I just had a lot of time, so because school was really winding down, so I kind of went ham and made it crazy, but you can definitely tone it down a lot. Like pick a few colors, pick a few doodles you want to do. Not that anyone's recreating these, no one is actually, but if you happen to want to do that. This month I tried to play around with headers a lot, so like here I wrote the header in the mushrooms, and the other ones I like did block, whereas the other ones I did more bubbly. I kind of just wanted to be creative and expand and be funky, so you'll actually see I don't think I used any cursive at all in this setup, which is kind of crazy. My usually go-to is just writing things with my black Tombow and then doodling around it, but I had a really fun time playing with fonts. And here on the right side of my spread, I usually leave it blank for my plan with me, and then I fill it out later with something, but I decided to do it in this plan with me. I made my summer schedule spread, so I didn't actually fill it in here, but I kind of made the template for it. So something that really helps me is kind of having a schedule just to have it, even though I don't always follow it, but I feel like it's still nice to have it, and helps me feel like I have some control over my life. And it's good for days, if I don't have anything, and also like setting out time to do the things productive things I need to do this summer, like writing college applications or studying for the SAT. It's good to just make sure I have I'm setting aside time to do that, because I will just procrastinate it. But here we have my weekly spread, which is one of my favorite weekly spreads I've ever done, actually. So during the summer, I actually usually just do 1 page for a whole week because I have less tasks, but I decided to just continue with the 2 pages because I really am enjoying doodling for this month, and whenever I try to fit the whole week on 1 page, even if I don't give a lot of space, I always just feel crammed and I can't have a lot of doodles, so I decided to just let it breathe and go very doodle heavy, but also having a significant amount of space for writing tasks. So this is what I came up with, and I think it's pretty cute. The headers are more simple, just like the circle with the line, but I definitely doodled a lot. And yeah. So this was my June bullet journal setup. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video, maybe got some inspiration. If you do happen to create it, make sure to tag me at Plan with Leanne, and also check out my Instagram at Plan with Leanne. To see more spreads I do this month. I do plan on posting like nearly every day, which I'm super excited for, so I have a lot of content lined up and reels and spreads, so definitely be sure to check me out. And thank you all. I hope you have a great summer and day.